good afternoon, and welcome to Tori time on top P&B TV. My name is Abel Sunday. Of course, today is the Monday edition, and of course, guess what? Christmas week. Christmas is in 4 days from now. And not only me, now always listen to me this program. Now me and Tom, the tallest man for Abuja, Tom Aroko. Tom, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Oga. Good afternoon, my Abuja.
And can you bet Christmas is just 3 days away?
Yes, I did high spirit like this, so I did very happy. You know, say that the ram when you send give me, that one I always take.
Now you know, it's also ram now they send. If I don't send you now, ram, you know say this is your story now. You don't get some kind of K-leg because I go to send ram. I go to send everything as I did like this. Yeah, which ram I send?
Yes, of course. You be Oga now. You be Oga of Tori.
Set up. This one now you be the highest politician when I ever see. You are a politician. Highest politician I don't see for now you they top the charts. Okay, let's go to our first Tori on top our table. Of course, we get like 3 4 stories so we'll give now if time permit us. But we'll go with the most important one then before we'll break it down for a small and the way it's supposed to be. And of course, we'll also take on a reaction on top internet. But make we start with the first story, Tom, now about this WAEC and NECO. Where they say they won't go to CBT, they won't start from next year 2026. They go start now database, everything's still a computer. Now they go use they do the exam. No more paper and biro again. The era of paper and biro, just the way JAM take come out from paper and biro, enter CBT. WAEC and NECO say now what thing they won't start to do from next year. But in a way you go look at me, go say okay, yes, this one has development. But in another breath, you go say we get the capacity. Because even if election they get glitch, then jam now they call them. If INEC will get issue with this with all the money when they pump enter INEC, then you can say now WAEC and NECO now will get glitch that day. People will say they don't see exam right, network no day. Because now here now the clamp 3 they find network. Now only for Nigeria, you clamp 3 go find network or else you know go see network. But make we wear within Tunji Alausa, the Minister of Education, waiting talk on top this matter. Make we hear what in talk. Then we'll come back to it.
One of the things we're doing, we've told you CBT, which we've piloted and will go live with next WAEC 2026 WAEC and NECO. And what we've just announced over the weekend, transfers of students at SS3 in SS3 to SS3 classes to join SS3. We're banning it in totally outright ban of transfer of SS3 students. But we're not banning transfer into SS1, into SS2, because we all know this. The special centers, miracle centers that have all sprung up around the nation, they attract parents and students. They come to our centers, transfer to our centers, and they know what they actually know. They are the ones that racketeer. They are so good in racketeering. This question racketeering, and also bring people to do the exams for students. Also bring people to answer the questions for those students. They make a lot of money from this. We want people to make a lot of money, but legitimately, not destroying the lives of our children.
Okay, Tommy, don't hear what you talk. With all waiting this education minister, Tunji Alausa, Dr. Tunji Alausa, what you don't talk so. You just say in a way now somehow there's a positive light in this whole development. But again, before I come to make I take 1 or 2 comments on top social media so that you gather all these things, then we'll fit talk together. This is to say, isn't WAEC a West African body? This was Ziki Blessing to say from a country that none of their government schools has computer, especially those in the rural area to Fiakwa. So this one to say we don't even get computer. I don't think you the which have use computer. So if I don't think use database. It make also to say from Ojoro to Ojoro, well done. This person can't say make nothing shall do my sister result, because the sister dey write WAEC next year. Say already dey talk say make anything no happen to him sister result too, because e go be wahala for this one. This other person come talk say as it should be. Then make I take the last comment. He talk say in a country that doesn't have 24 hours light, how can this work? And na really true, na very good point that person don read. Make I hear your own opinion, Tom. With all these things wey they put in place, you know, say we just dey jump from this thing they do, like we know they put measures in place before we dey take some kind of decision. Because if you jump say you wan go CBT, of course you suppose to know say okay, your network don already dey, internet is stable, all the students dey used to, they don dey very conversant with the system, the computer that they use, because all those ones na still factor for failure. Because if I know the thing, I know how we use computer, I want to take do and pass now, it no go fit. So make I hear from you, Tom.
I think first of all, Nigeria is one of the founding countries of WAEC. So when it comes to when it comes to the part of saying make them change the type of, like the way they do if na paper they still write am, or if na spitting or always still do I personally feel say it did better because we get stake from WAEC as a whole, and then why we use them as our own mandatory exam, WAEC, NECO, and JAM to enter universities, because now actually West African examination and West African examination. And then I feel say a lot of people don't go think, not go like my own opinion, and my opinion not be popular opinion like that. But my own opinion I say we need to understand, say we don't live the age of even internet. We don't digress from the age of even the internet itself. We enter the age of social media, we enter the age of artificial intelligence as a whole. And if you look, many of our civil servants today, many of them not sabi use computers. Many of them still they use paper, diaries, they see files, they run up and down for our civil service, either at the federal level or at state level. Only if states don't carry and enter computer based fully, and maybe one or two states. But I feel saying this now because of the training the system, where many of them don't bring them up with. And then if something not dey work for society, you need to bring them up to par, because we don't reach point where our educational system don't supposed to compete with other people they do with other countries. We say they get exams like TOEFL, get exams like all these other exams. But you see say people they go write that exam. You dey see exams like JAM. These people wey they say they're not going to write CBT exam, some people they say they're not going to write the CBT exam for WAEC, but then they write the exam for JAM. So why are you so what's be the reason why you go feel say they're not going to write this exam for this thing? And he also make one point. He say some special centers for some of these students, say they use something they do their parents, okay, bring and come immediately, go run am for am, go pass and things like that. And that are the things where Dr. Tunji Alausa they try to come, because in a place where if you are coming, like they come to equity, you need to come with clean hands. So if they come, they say, make the not do activities. Bring your reasons, because if you don't bring your reasons why they want to do an activity, you start to call
But that CBT, they say it go reduce the exam and practice. That CBT, it say go reduce them somehow, because even that they see they boycott them, because we don't even see many cases even with JAM this year where they talk say there are so many malpractice for JAM and stuff like that. Even one of the JAM officials even came out and talk say yes, say the girl where they take boycott some kind of certain things. I don't want to talk now, but they come and they talk that. So even the CBT self, they still get loopholes where they still need to cover.
Obviously, you don't get any exam, you don't get any institution, we don't get your own loopholes. Obviously, get your own loopholes, but when you measure the loopholes between waiting, you know, say now human being they carry out before the person write the exam, before you carry out from the school where they do to the collation center, make I talk like INEC, to the place where you supposed to drop out. A lot of mago fit still happen from that place to the next place. And you feel the person will teach you, but if not jam, the way jam till the door, like listen as the one take door. Is that the way jam till the door, maybe different people go get different questions. If you sit down beside person now, the question we get not be the same question we get. Your number one will be number 100 or number 70 something. So you see say that in that way they go see call examination misconduct, because they say they what they call about practice again, examination misconduct, and they call them that. So I feel say now kudos to Dr. Tori Alausa, because this is ethic way to bring our students and to bring our people up to the educational standard of the Western world. So now good one.
Okay, good. This you don't talk your own. Of course, even before you start talking, you talk say we don't be the popular opinion when people go one really here, and really we don't say yes. People know the one way people know how you want to backlash this whole thing and how you want to attack them. But of course, you did right on point. You bring a very, very good point, which I agree with you. Okay, we move to our second story, Tom. Now this one, and you know, say this story now they very significant to what we take last week about women maltreating children. This one I own the person where he be guardian and his nephew, I mean rather her niece. Now she go for she born 8 years niece, she born her, but luckily the girl not even that she born her in fire. But you can see every day we see some kind of horrible news on top internet. Sometimes you can't ask, what can happen to our morals? What happen to our values as human beings? Because before now you cannot see such a thing. If person even born pikin before now, say there is a pikin na community na get the pikin, or na the whole area na village. One pikin come say na the village na get the pikin. If the papa no dey or the no dey, because if the pikin they do one thing, one other parent go there, you go other. But these days we no get that kind of values, that kind of morals no dey again. And you can't ask yourself, wetin come make us these things they fade away? Why all those moral and value no dey again for our society? Wetin they make and they come out? Is it the Western education? I don't know. I just the ask. But make we take this. Make we watch the video of this woman. Of course, they don't report them to the appropriate authorities, and they don't charge them to court. The case still, but they think she will remain in custody till they finish that case. But make we watch the video. Then I will take some comment on top internet. Then of course I will hear your opinion about this matter.
I know I'm wrong. I have sinned against man, humanity, spirit, everything.
You ask me who sent me. I know if you send myself. So eléyìí bẹ̀gẹ̀rẹ̀ náà ṣẹlẹ̀ ka ẹ̀jú gòdì àjòjò amagam ka ẹ̀jú gòdì wáyà ihe bẹ̀gẹ̀ ọ̀wọ̀ náà ị gaga prison ka ọ̀wọ̀ na ihe mere like ihe lẹ́ẹ̀ka ọ̀wọ̀ ahụ.
Like me, mom na nwa ga na impensa, mom, I don't know.
Ịma gị were kandụl ti ya n'otele. Were aka ya abụọ ti ga na mmiri ọkụ gị sị ma ele ihe wee ma.
No, it's only God will judge me, Amaromo.
Ịma BU Adikibe ordered that this woman be remanded in Owerri Correctional Center. She agreed with the prosecution that she lacks the jurisdiction to try her because she was arraigned on a one-count charge bordering on a abducted murder, which the police prosecution said is tantamount to life imprisonment. So she agreed with the prosecutor's postulation that she lacked the jurisdiction to entertain the matter, and she adequately agreed with him and ordered that she be remanded in Owerri Correctional Center and the case file be transferred to DPP for further legal advice. So, Madam, give me a busy hour. But come 5th of December, I put you beg her. You beg her. Because I think I can please.
Shut up. Shut your mouth.
My own. I think I can prison, but court when they take in prison. And in all life imprisonment. Now,
Tom, you don't see that. You don't see the kind thing when, like, we don't get value. I mean, we don't get human sympathy anymore. That thing not even they say maybe sympathize. Even if not be your pikin, even if you never even see that pikin before, pricing a small pikin, you're not supposed to take them as your own. But let me take this reaction, the comment on top internet. Then I will get your own opinion. Just so they do your opinion. This was now rot in jail. That's what this person talk. Austin thought say see face like black agidi. So she sabi cry. Then for just fire. Now wow. How they all take kill this person now? They know they do killing. No be this one a democracy. No be finish. Kill am electric. They use electric. Take shocker. No, I think that will not support that one. No be military regime dey na democracy. This other person thought say if the story is true, wicked people should be eradicated, witches can still be stoned to death, and we still don't accept that because you cannot say take laws into your hands. This other person thought say evil woman. Then this person thought say this woman should be given life in prison. Wicked woman, I beg your pardon, let her rot in prison. Tom, you don't see what people talk on top internet. Some really, in fact, the comment we would get on top internet is they very, very horrible, and which means they condemn this app totally. But way forward, what do you see say don't really happen to our tradition, our norms, our custom? What don't really happen? Alter this thing, because we really get people who will say yes, when you enjoy, value life, value one another, relationship. But right now I think all those things don't already scatter. There's nothing like that anymore. Everybody just be like one man mopo, just do your own, just try and succeed on your own, and but that's not how it is before. But let me get your opinion. Many people like say I come to talk pass pass you way supposed to talk.
For that, but I don't wait for the scene.
No, we're not a CEO. Now you try to change up the landscape.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one thing we I take note of when I see parents. I think first of all, if as far as you are alive, make sure say you show peace by yourself. Make sure say that your priorities. Say that no matter what, and they will take first. Now because I feel say this woman, the only reason why she keep respecting like this because they are custom, probably because he came with mama and papa as well. And if you take notes, they say the story now, she first put her hand for oil and bottle. Later she called the owner. So you see human beings, especially Nigerians in general, I feel say we need to be, I think you can't say they call mental health thing. I feel say we need to actually focus on mental health. We need to make sure they do periodic checks of mental health because that's not to me, that's not disease. Some people they live in depression, some people they live in pain. And as they live in this depression and pain, they transfer them to other. Some people also they fit to get children. But for Nigeria, we don't get system where they fit determine some of all these things. But kudos to the judiciary, kudos to the human rights. But I also say something. This is a case where the international courts also suppose take as very, very, very important thing. Because these are children often go through this kind of thing. Because like I did talk, some children will go through this kind of thing. And later in life, the thing will affect them, they will get traumatized, they will go for therapy, they go get married, they don't know why they don't have for marriage, they will enter depression, and you'll take note. Sometimes people don't even know why they're in depression. And these are things with many children they face. Many children they face things like this. Just say they don't speak up. And then they face maltreatment, they face different things. So my advice to Nigerians is if they are around anybody and you observe some time to carry what happens in the way they treat other kids, or in the way they treat your picking or when they are around them. But if you see that this person got this psychological, I beg we get agencies where they in charge of things like this. Where if you come and talk, say, okay, this person not dey fit, make we take this pikin. Yes, nobody want me to take that pikin comot from their hand. But if you see person wey dey maltreat the pikin, you see say this pikin dey home wey no dey sick, na the right thing to do, because na something wey go traumatize the pikin for the rest of his life.
Well, you don't talk and finish. And Tom, you remember, say, even that last week, you still talk, you mentioned this same thing about, say, even say, if even a larger agency for this thing go still come out and look at this matter. That one where the woman, they use the blade, they cut the pikin lip. That for me, that is witchcraft. Do you understand? You cannot just say, you will just carry this blade, they cut small pikin, they cut.
There's no higher witchcraft wey pass this one, because the God only will like this one. If even devil go see am, you go say,
blood of Jesus.
This one do pass me o. I'm telling you, even the devil say am, the devil go surprise.
Okay, so we just pray, say, we try to build a better society where we go fit still live and enjoy. Because this one where they go like this, the way would they go, honestly, the end point no go good at all. But we could just try to see how we go feel care for one another. Because that is the essence of life. Say we get good relationship, we feel care for one another, and that's it. Not be say you go just if you be your own, any other one feel scatter. It's not supposed to be like that. Because now together now we feel build this nation. Because if we not put together, if we not come together, there's no way we will feel build any nation. But maybe we go to our next story. Tom, this story, I know when I said that to you, we first laugh, we chat about them, and we laugh. House of Rep don't endorse 10 years. Say 10 years jail term for election result forgery. And this one, say result forgery no be story for this part of the world. Let me put it that way. No be that's something we say we very familiar with. People don't allegedly don't accuse people, say they forge or they do one thing and one thing like that. But now when House of Rep don't come out, say they won't take the bull by the horn, try to put this thing into law. I don't know whether you go look and say at least now kudos to House of Representatives. But before I go come to you, make I take one or two comments on top social media, then I will come get your own opinion, honest opinion for that matter, for this case. This person thought, say, start with your I don't know whether I go feel called that name. Okay, this other person, what you mean 10 years? That okay, what do you mean? 10 years, that's treason, that's firing squad, which means treason supposed to be firing squad, not be 10 years in imprisonment. This other person say, shame no they catch una dictionary, dictionary, because how do you openly criticize what you do? It's whether shame no they catch them, why would they openly criticize waiting that they do? So he's talking about the politicians. This was to say start by jailing INEC former chairman. No be me talk this one. Na Damian be wetin be name. Na talk this one. Say make them start to jail former INEC chairman. I don't know what former INEC chairman do. He no contest. Na precise price against election. He no contest. So he na coordinate. So I'm not sure say he's supposed to enter this conversation. But let me come back to you, Tom. How you see this matter? You just say now way to go, because for me, I say yes, House of Rep. I think this one a very good step. Say yes to endorse this. Say 10 years, at least to try to curb anything forgery or to do anything magu for election. At least he go put some of this our politicians under check. Over to you, Tom.
You don't do your own tell your past. When you did the Nigerians, you don't see any protest, you don't see anything. Only social media, that would be say Nigeria, which they very, very good, because it seems it can't be like say anything with this. I only mouth to get. But as we get mouth, and so me I will see my mouth in top in my mind on top to the time for this matter. I feel say yes, now to me now very, very good bill when they don't pass. I think it did third reading now. And like you rightly talked about Balogun, which is the chairman of the electoral matters for the House of Representatives, in don't come out and say, this now waiting, or this now waiting we don't pass. say that 10 years for anybody we say we do electoral malpractice. Then he also come and say anybody also where they do wrong use of voters card, say they will also give them fine of 5 million naira. Then they also bring out case of overvoting. Say when it comes to overvoting, say they will do deduction of the votes casted. But so you know, say politicians will be politicians. They come and say they feel use this one, take the do witch hunting. Say because for that one, many loopholes go dey, but they not explain deeper the kind loopholes wey dem fit say go dey, but dem just say many witch hunting. They make one party go dey witch hunt another party in the case of primaries and the likes as well, because they say for primaries that it will be the same thing, and you understand. And then I feel say one thing we need to understand as Nigerians, if we check our constitution, there is hardly any country we get better constitution we pass the constitution we get for Nigeria. And I'm sure say you will agree with me, and a lot of Nigerians will agree with me. But the problem I say that the implementation, these people will not even implement many of these things. Because when they bring out the rules, how many times we want to amend electoral how many times we want to amend the electoral act for some certain things and for electoral malpractice and misconduct, but yet the politicians 10 years. How many people they catch for electoral malpractice every year? Where you never see them they carry to go court. How many? Almost less than nothing.
But Tom, you go agree with some opinions. People will talk say, when I give INEC the power to prosecute, say anybody when I catch me, just carry and go say you could charge and go court immediately. Me then treat any I just they give. I don't know your own thought, but I say, okay, do you think say is they okay? Say maybe you just give INEC the power. Say as they catch anybody, say when I malpractice, anything you do for any electoral fraud or anything you don't do, any magu we do, they will just catch you, charge you to court. You don't. What do you think? And secondly, make INEC they say they independent, but I don't think it's independent. But make it very
high court or any court and the court. So my own I say where the real fight dey right now. I say make them do electoral reforms. A lot of people don't come and say they do electoral reforms. Make them carry and go make them create system where go fit dey bypass. Because some people fear too and say once they want to do their electoral reform, they will come say once we upload that, once the party not say they don't use, you will come here say the thing will come crash. So you understand? So that one also supposed to be the case. May they create a bulletproof system where they use for election, where everybody will be see what they happen for the election live. So and we not go fit dey hacked.
which is very possible. Which is very possible. It's very possible.
Gbogbo abo. Àwọn ọmọ kékeré náà wájú. Bóyá. Nínú kọ fídíò kọ.
Sí, magana sí, quédate.
Tó ẹ kú ọmọ ìyá àlejò gé ọba ṣe ọba ṣe ràn lọ́wọ́ kàn fẹ́ sẹ́ńdẹ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ ọmọ.
To be honest, Tom, this is really not funny. Person don't go pray today. See small children, big, as in, it's not really funny at all. Now very big. If this is one thing where I think our government really need to take very seriously, because I don't know whether they take it serious or they need to. But just see what these children they go through, and the people they kidnap they go through. But before I come to you, make I get your honest opinion on this matter. Make I take some comment on top social media. This person say, see children, God. This other person say, God, I beg you. This person say, that is God's tiger. Say, just imagine the trauma these innocent children will be going through. The aroma say, It's never stopped. It's happening every day, especially in the local areas. This was a president also watching this with so much anger in me. Please, Nigerians, please, I beg you, all can we put an end? Can we put an end to this madness? So this person they beg Nigeria say, can we put an end to this madness? And Tom, really, if this thing never near you or never touch you, you no go know how painful, how traumatized this thing be. Because the truth be say, people when they don't carry go under captivity, normal when they come, they cannot even be normal for a very long time before they would consider they would always they get this kind trauma for a very very long time. And this one has something will be say, and this is a country will be say will get government, though they say that they try to see how they will put this. But I think say their best is still not good enough, so they need to put more effort on this. But make I get your own honest opinion matter as we wrap up to read time today.
I think the truth I say, we need to be honest. Kudos to our security agencies, to our armed forces. And if improvement not there, talks improvement not. But honest improvement still, because we don't stop to hear about a lot of these attacks, especially for the state and for some other states. Don't stop to we don't hear of reduction in kidnapping, because before now left, right, and center. So I feel safe. We don't hear about them as well as we hear about them before. So kudos to the minister, to the Minister of Defense, Minister Christopher Musa, for waiting in done with his enter office. But also their best, I don't know if this is their best, I don't know if they're their best, but if they're their best, they are best because they fit do more. Because these are ministries where they get the funding with them without excuse. Nobody they question their money when they ask them. And they make sure say that they give them adequate resources, more than enough when they need. Even if war even be said, they will use that money take tackle on. So you see say this now ministry where they're not supposed to get the excuse. But if you say to me, what we need to understand is in harmonization of our armed forces, from the police to civil defense to everybody we're supposed to defend either joint immigration, those who they defend our borders and the likes. Civil defense supposed to defend civilians and the likes. As you said, we supposed to do things like this. But Nigerians left to me, I suppose travel, some days back. But for the
If you get my travel now, if you get my travel.
But by the time I look, I've one use flight. By the time I look flights, waiting there my hand before now, I say, okay, make I hold them 300,000 and we use take this and then come back. By the time I see the flights, I'm off the door. And I can't tell myself, so okay, make I enter road. But the reason I say, if I enter road, no, who will pay my ransom?
That money for flight put together never reach the money for ransom.
Yeah, so better make I just go on, make I do this and one, make I do it and one, try. And my opinion to Nigerians now saying this period we dey perilous times. If you not say you not the route in the past not be safe, you don't need to take any risk. That money you want to travel, send and give your family members. Make them use and take enjoy that Christmas. Because if they're not saying about Christmas, they're not will buy. But
well, I think you are very well on point. You don't talk and finish. And make them just stay, send their money. If they want say one come see me, like just say one want travel come see me, no need to come. Just send the money. Those are yeah. No, I know they use UBA. No be UBA they use. When I send and give me, I know the bank when they use. When I send and give me, so the first thing, they no need to come. Seeing you is not a don't worry, just send the money. Hey, Tom, thank you very much for doing this with me as always again. Thank you for a great analysis on top to read time again. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, now you feel still connect. Now the start of our show be this. You feel still connect with us on top all social media platforms on top YouTube and Facebook at Politics&BusinessTV.English, on top IG at PNBTV_English, on top X at PNBTV_ENG.